single target is not bad. Where's that guy? Yeah. All right, so there we are. Guess what? We found a divine orb. There we go. Got very lucky. Right now I am level 75. I'm clearing tier 6 maps. I don't have a lot of damage. Let's have a look. I got an essence drain with 6.5k damage over time. It's reasonable for yellow maps, but can be better. But obviously we found a divine orb, and that will probably set me up for tier 50 maps. We're gonna give it a try. So I'm gonna use this one. I'm gonna convert it into exalted orbs. So what do we want? Right now it's 56 exalts. So let's do that. And we're gonna get 56. Bloody hell. And there we go. Hoppa. Alright. 56 exalted orbs for tier 15 gear. If you can't clear tier 50 maps with a divine worth of gear, it's probably not a starter build. And let's be honest, most of you are probably playing a starter build. Okay, let's run through what we got right now. We got about 6.5k DPS. This is a very decent wand. I'm probably gonna keep this one, but I'm gonna subtract the value. Then wands, gloves, nothing special. Rings, it's alright. Chest, shit, we can replace it. Other ring, meh. These boots are not the worst. I might keep them. Shield, just for the block chance. This is meh. I found this on the ground. And this is super shit also. So, let's just take it all off. I might keep some of the rings and the boots. But, we'll see. Oh yeah, this one. Not gonna use that either. So let's put that somewhere. Alright. So let's get to it. Now the first thing I want is let's go to the wish list. What are we looking for? So I made a little list of things that I think we should buy. This is definitely what I want. So I want a +4 spell or chaos skill wand. Basically the only way to scale damage in this build is either with your curses, with plus levels of skills and increased damage. There's not a whole lot of increased damage on the tree. You can get quite a decent amount, but obviously it tapers off, right? These are all increased, not more multipliers. So it's really levels of skills that you want. Then I want a +2 spell skill gem amulet at least. Maybe we can get some spear on there on some other nice things like damage or cast speed, but we'll see how expensive these are. +2 spell skill focus. This is going to replace my shield. Level 19 skill gems. I am not going to buy these. Not gonna buy. Because I'm sure I'll find these on the way to tier 15 maps. I'm now in tier 17. I'm planning to do just boss maps, get to 8, 9, 10, etc. And hopefully I find level 19 skill gem on the way from Essence Drain. 25 to 30 movement speed, obviously, for the quality of life. As much ES as reasonably possible. Obviously max ally resistances. 2 charm slots, 1 for freeze and 1 for stun. And luckily there's just been an update where the ailment threshold has been included into stun threshold nodes, so these are more valuable. And rarity would be nice. And one other thing that I want is I want plus 50% chaos res. We're probably gonna get close to that. Then nice to have is cast speed, mana regen, damage on rings, and max life. These are all not essential, but they definitely make my life a lot smoother. Alright, we have 56 exalted orbs to spend on this build. I'm gonna take you to all the traits for every item. In the end, I'm going to show you the skill tree. Obviously, there will be a POB in the description. So let's get to the first item. The most important one is your weapon. You definitely want +4 skills. And hopefully also some damage. Now the thing is, I know it's a little bit cheating, but I found this weapon yesterday. Or I didn't find it, I bought it for 8 Exalted Orbs. And I bought it without the chaos damage and the damage is extra lightning. And I got very lucky with 2 Exalted Slams. So obviously, this is all I got, right? I am not gonna find a new weapon. But it did cost me 10 Exalted Orbs in total. So that's gonna go back in the bank. And this is our first purchase. And I think about 20% of your budget for a decent weapon is very much worth it. The other items, especially items that are not really focused on damage, like your boots, your rings, you know, maybe 3 to 5 exalts each. I'm sure you can get a very decent item if you look very well. Alright, we have 46 exalteds left. Let's get some must-have items out of the way. We definitely want the unique helmet. And that is the series something. What's it called again? Series Disdain Gold Circlet. This is basically mandatory. In combination with your Ascendancy, you get 10% reduced damage just from this one. And I'm willing to spend about upwards of 5 exalts on a good roll. So what do we got here? We got Rarity. This doesn't change. And ideally I want an uncorrupted one. So I can get lucky on the corrupt. That would be nice. So max life is max energy shield. As minimum 14. And then rarity. How about 15? Corrupted. No. Let's see what we can find for this price. 2 Exalted Orbs, very nice. 15 and 15. The mana value doesn't really matter. Let's see if we can buy that one. 2 Exalted, that's a steal. You just put it up. I'm not gonna take you guys through all the trading. That's probably gonna be a bit tedious. I'm probably going to have to approach a lot of different people. For example, this guy's already not replying, so yeah. Probably just gonna cut it. And when I actually get the item, you'll see. There we go. So I bought this one for 4 exalteds. Decent rolls. Especially the 40% max life as energy shield is very nice. But it's mainly about this stat. 10% damage taken bypass energy shield. That's what we're looking for. And obviously rarity, cherry on the top. Right, next item on our list is also going to be a unique. It's very decent unique that's not very rare. It's called Wave Shaper. It's a body armor. And we're gonna buy it because it has some resistances. So we're gonna see how much we need later on to fill up with our rings. Wave Shaper Tightseer Mantle. And what are we interested in this one? Spirit, energy shield, and resistances. Okay. Fire. Does this do anything? Not really. Okay. Fire, cold, spirit, energy shield. Fire. Cold. Spirit. And flat energy shield. Honestly, I definitely want a decent roll on that one. I also want high rolls on my energy shield. And my spirit, I don't know. I'll put it all halfway and let's see what we're gonna... what the minimum price is. Okay, good. Very good. This is already amazing. This guy, this probably... Yeah, so these ones, right? These two are both 1 Exalted Orbs. But all the other ones here are 5. So I'm kind of thinking this is like bait. I'm gonna try it anyway, but I'm afraid these low prices are just bait. And I'm not gonna be able to get anything for that price. Yeah, he's not replying. I mean, this has been up for 19 hours. It's, of course, people have wanted to buy that one. This is all bait from some Chinese players. am I gonna pay 5? Yeah, I'll pay 5 Exalted Orbs for a decent one. What do we got here? 35. Yeah, this is a very good one. Oh, that's also 17 hours. Well, let's give it a try. And we'll try that one too. First one who invites me is gonna get it. There we go. I don't know which one it is, probably the worst one. Thank you, sir. 5 exalted. Accept. Thank you. Alright. We got our next item, guys. What do we have? This one. I can't equip it yet. I need more strength, but we'll figure that out later. So what do we got left? 37 Exalted Orbs. Alright, next item. Let me have a look. How much? Okay. I am definitely going to need a little bit of attributes in terms of strength and dex and maybe some intelligence. So I'm just gonna take that into account. Next item, I want to focus on damage first. So let's go for the focus. And it definitely needs to be +2. Spell skills. Focus. Doesn't matter. And that needs to be 2. There's probably plenty of them. Yes. I would like energy shield to be pretty decent. There we go. Maybe 100. And maybe some spell damage. Okay. Ooh. Okay. Spell cold. Yeah, now we're already getting into high prices. Obviously, this is quite a popular build. So, you know what? I like gambling. So I'm gonna buy this one. And I got a prefix and a suffix to slam. And you never know. It's gonna be 7 exalts in total. Obviously. 5 for the purchase and then 2 for the slams, and you never know. If this guy, please, come on. Take my trade. Yes. Okay. Sometimes you gotta wait a bit. Five exalts, it was. +2 spells, spell damage, and ES. You know what? That's not bad. Okay. Leave party. Alright, everybody. This is the one we bought. We settled on this one eventually. 5 exalts was probably a very decent price given the market. But when there's not a very good option available, I like to buy one with some modifiers open. And you never know, you might get lucky, so let's slam. Lightning Res, very, very nice as a suffix. It's not the worst, not the best roll. How about some flat ES or chaos damage? Flat ES, very nice. You see? And now this item is, well, it's definitely worth a lot more. But, you know, that's how you can find a decent item. And I think for most people on a budget, it's probably the way you gotta have to do it. Alright, we're about halfway through our budget. 30 exalts left. And we still got quite a lot of items. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 items. And maybe some extra things like some soul cores. So, well, I probably have some in my stash. Let's go for the amulet. In general, what you want to do is you want to go from most important to least important. We definitely want enough damage. So we're going to do +2 spell skills amulet. And yeah, let's see what kind of deal we can get on the market. Do we want to I'm willing to pay 7 exalted for a good one. Let's see what we got. Okay, it's got rarity and more rarity, nothing else. There are 700 on the market, so we're probably going to be able to get a good deal. What are we looking for? You know what? We're gonna gamble with this one. That's what we're gonna do. Please. That's the thing. Once you've set your eyes on an item, you really want it, and you hope people will reply and take the trade. Yes. Okay, this is good. I mean, the thing is, even if we get nothing, if we get 3 bad slams, it's still a decent item. I would like some cast speed, some resistances would be nice. You know, some increased max ES. But this is a decent base. There we go. Thank you very much. Okay. There we go. Can I? No. Okay, now let's slam this item. We bought it for 4 exalted. And the reasoning behind this was we have 3 chances to get something really good. And whatever's on here is usable, right? It's mainly for the all spell skills. So let's go. Plus 10 all res. You see? This is amazing. It's not a bad roll. Okay, what else do we get? Spell damage. Not a high roll, but usable. Come on, increased max energy shield. Flat ES. You see? Oh, honestly, this could not pan out better. This is a very decent item. Okay, but we spent 7 exalted orbs for that. It's quite reasonable, but now we have to watch our budget a little bit more. Next item on the list. Not really sure what I'm gonna do, but I think I'm gonna go for boots. Get the movement speed out of the way. And between 3 and 5. Between 3 and 5 exalted orbs, that would be very, very nice. Okay, let's see. Minimum 25, and we want a lot of resistances. So how about some cold, fire? I mean, we're probably not gonna get with 3 res, but you never know. Max 5. Okay, we got a decent one here. 5 exalts. I'm gonna have to slam it. Maybe we'll do that at the end. But yeah, basically it's got 30 movement speed, it's got high chaos res. And so even if we don't hit anything on this one, I am gonna be quite happy. Let's see what we got. Yep. Thank you very much. Okay, so what we got here is we got all the suffixes are full, so we're not going to get any res anymore. But 37 cold res, very high. 17 chaos res, also very good. And reduced chill duration is not bad, but 30 movement speed too. We got 18 exalts left. And we still need to buy 2 rings, my belt, and my gloves. There's not a lot of extra damage, so we're just gonna slam right now. You know, this is lucky. Okay, but 141 max life is amazing. And the next one, energy shield. Sure, that's fine too. Right? Lovely. This item is definitely worth a bit more right now, but, you know, as I said, this is definitely what can happen. So, very happy with that. That took a while. I've been looking around a lot, but now we finally got one. Honestly, I'm starting to get a little worried about my attributes, but we'll solve that right now. Let's look at the character sheet. We got fire and cold on this one. So fire and cold. So we're gonna need a lot of lightning res. You know, maybe in a tree we can change a couple of things. So we can at least equip that item. Yeah, I know I need, fuck, I need more. That doesn't matter, that's damage. Okay, let's have a look. So right now, I need a lot of lightning, a lot of fire, and some cold. And chaos is going well. So let's solve quite a lot of our resistances. And we're gonna go for probably the rings or the belt. Let's see. Let's go for the belt first. Okay, so yes. How much do we have left currency-wise? Not so much. Fuck. 16. Okay. A belt. Charm slots. I want at least 2. And then we want resistances. Lightning and fire. We want a lot of that. Anything else we want? Life would be nice. Is this charm slot thing, is that a thing? It's probably an implicit, right? Okay, so after a lot of back and forth and whispering people, we found this belt. And it's got high chaos res and a decent fire roll. For 3 exalted orbs, so it's... The thing is, I can slam it 3 times, I can get lucky, there's a suffix open. But I'm on a budget, so I am going to keep this for now and slam it later, because I have to buy gloves and 2 rings. And I've got 13 exalted orbs left. And honestly, I'm going to use 3 for slamming that. So hopefully I won't need more. So let's go and look for some gloves and some rings. And what do I have? I need a shit ton of lightning res. And I need fire. Yeah, I need a lot of reses. Okay, so a high lightning res. Let's go. Let's just remove some of that stuff. And I need attributes too. And I need coal. I need strength. There we go. No, I need a ring. Yeah, and I'm willing to pay a maximum of... Oh. Yeah, you know. This is a very nice item. Plus 7 all res. Rarity, int, high fire and high lightning. This is an amazing item. I really want it. And I can slam. Three exalts. Ooh, yeah. Okay, let's go to this guy's hideout. We're gonna pay 3 exalt. And then we need another 3 or 4 exalts for slamming. Yeah. So that is going to be a problem. But we got 57 chaos rest, that's very nice. Alright, we're back. I've been checking a couple of things. And I still need gloves. And I need a ring. And I've got 3 exalteds left. If I slam this ring. And I slam these. And I think I'm gonna give it a try because I still had a decent pair of gloves here. And worst comes to worst, because it has 21 rarity. I can probably use these gloves. These are not amazing. I found these during the campaign. But they're definitely doing the trick for me in terms of res. I could probably find a decent ring for 2 or 3 exalted orbs. And at least that would solve. Because fire would be definitely capped. I can remove this rune for something else, maybe cold. And if I just find a decent ring with high lightning res, I can cap the rest of my resistances with runes. And I've got very decent chaos res, so I'm just gonna slam these. And the thing is, I don't know what else I'm gonna need, because I might get very lucky with slamming these ones. So I'm gonna just put this one, park it away. And then let's just see what we're gonna get. 50 life per energy. Okay, that's pointless. That's also bullshit. Evasion. That's also shit. And cold damage. Okay, I absolutely got fucking nothing. I guess that is the price I pay for getting lucky on other items. Let's see what we got here. Max life, that's very nice. Life recovery rate. And stun threshold. You know, we can work with it. But it didn't get anything extra in terms of resistances. This ring's very meh right now, but listen, we're gonna do it for the Chaos Res. Let's see what kind of ring we can find for 3 Exalted Orbs. And hopefully we can find something for 2. That would be even better. Now we definitely need lightning resistance. We want about 30. How about some damage? No, we need strength for attributes. Okay, what can we find? All alley, 11 strength. Yeah, we're definitely going to be able to find something decent. Yes, 24. Okay. This is very nice. We can even slam it. Probably not going to get anything. 1 skill slot. We're going to buy that one. See what we're going to get. There we go. This person is biting. Okay, he offered a trade. Let's go. 2 Exalted Orbs. Thank you very much. Now we got a ring. We're gonna equip that one. Character. Okay, we need a lot of cold. Okay. But we can deal with that with the sockets. Okay, so we have done all the trades. Let's do a little recap on what we've got. We got a very nice wand. We got a bit lucky with the Exalt slams here. This helmet, we have to have it. It's very good for damage mitigation. It got some rarity. Not much else you can do about it. It's basically static. The same for this one. It's very decent in terms of energy shield recharge rate. We got very lucky with slams on the Amulet, but it's a very nice one. We got a bit lucky on this one too with energy shield, but not a lot of damage on this one. Definitely want to upgrade that one later. The rings are okay, but also we bought them last. So I found a bit more currency. I would probably upgrade these ones first. Got unlucky with slams on this one. These gloves we already had. They're like 1 or 2 exalts, not much. Belt is okay, basically for the Chaos Res. And the boots, they're not bad either. We got lucky with the max life slam. 30% movement speed is very good. And as you can see, when all the items came together, I had some issues with my resistances. So I had to put lightning rest on here, cold rest on there, and I put some cold rest on this one. And because these items, my body armor and my offhand have the most energy shield, I put iron runes on there just to get a bit more ES. In total right now we have more than 5k ES. I think that's a good target to shoot for. Stun charm, obviously stun is really annoying in this game. I think about DPS, I got about 30k DPS right now. Let's look at the skills. They're the same as earlier, so I'm gonna go through it quickly. Level 18 Essence Drain. What we got in here, Swift Affliction, Chain. Chain is very important for the spread in combination with Unleash for Contagion. Makes it sure that you get both debuffs up on monsters easier. We get Considered Casting for more damage. And Chaos Mastery. Didn't chain much on Contagion, so we got Unleash, Magnified Effect. I can put something else in there. I'll have a look at that later. Spare with Decaying Hex, Impending Doom, and Hidden Curse. Dark Effigy for single target. And we have Control Destruction, more damage, Arcane Tempo, and Venom. And Venom is very useful because it puts another Chaos Dot, even though the damage is not high, on the target. And that just makes Dark Effigy shoot more projectiles. Withering Presence for damage. And we put Persistence on there, so debuff lasts longer and the withered stacks get higher. Blasphemy, and we got Temp Chains for the quality of life with Encumbrance and Ritualistic Curse. It's just a free increased area. We got Blink, maybe I'll play around with that later. And Convalescence. I just put it in here. It's probably good as an extra damage buff, but I kind of forget to use it all the time. So yeah, this can get even better. I haven't found a level 19 Essence Drain yet, and obviously I found a bunch of currency during the push from tier 6 to tier 15 maps. It took me about 10 maps, it was super quick. And yeah. Alright, let's quickly have a look at the skill tree. So obviously in the beginning here, we're taking most of the damage nodes. We're going to go to this chaos cluster here, and we're taking that. Since we're in the ES build right now, we're taking these nodes. They're very good. And you definitely want these additional ailment and stun threshold nodes, because stun and ailments are very annoying, especially in the later game. We got a little cluster here on 2 that I've taken, and the ES here. We're taking the damage and the energy shield here. I like this little cluster to the right, because what it gives is it gives you hindered on your curse. So Blasphemy, running Temp Chains, a little bit more reduced movement speed, curse magnitude, and area of effect. There's a lot of area of effect here, so it's a little bit more of a defensive cluster. You can probably skip that later on if you got more damage. This one is very nice for skill effect duration, some more spell damage, and we got the ES here. Now here at the top, we're taking this area mainly for curse magnitude. It's going to be very nice for our manual despair as well, if there's Temp Chains Blasphemy. Obviously we're running Whispers of Doom, so we can get a damage curse with despair and a defensive one for Temp Chains. This is all quite standard. We're taking the skill effect duration, because all our skills really depend on duration. ES here. And this is a very nice node, because obviously +1 chaos spells, it's about 13% more damage. And then in this direction, we want more area of effect. It's just going to help a lot with spreading of the skills. And we're taking this damage cluster. Later on, when you get more points, I probably look into more energy shield recharge. So you got a couple of decent nodes here. And this one is also very nice, because you have a unique chest right now, which applies the mana regen also to your ES. So it's sort of double dipping when you're using that budget option. Later on, you can maybe go here, go low life, and use nodes like that with increased cast speed. But yeah, that's all in the POB for a more end game build. Okay, let's run a tier 15 map and see how it goes. So what we got here. This is a decent one, Rust Ball, I like that one. Obviously this is not a super hard one, but you don't have to run super hard ones in the beginning. I've did a test run already earlier. Okay. The whole POB is in the description, so if you want to check this out later on. Oh, look, we got a mirror. And there we go. Hopefully I'm not gonna die. Oh, shit. There we go. And this build is basically best if there are a lot of stacks of monsters, so the higher the monster density, the better. And one thing though, I managed to get my 3rd and 4th ascendancy. I got a bit lucky. I just wanted to get the 3rd one for this node, which basically gives you some explode on your clear. But I only had the higher level ones. And I actually managed to kill the 4th boss too with this build. So it's definitely capable of just clearing. But what you need for this one is you need the movement speed boon. Because otherwise the final boss is just going to be difficult with the phase where you need to kill the ball, touch the balls. You gotta touch his balls. You see, every now and then you get stunned a little bit, so you do want to be careful. But you're just trying to get... Yeah, the spread is super satisfying. You know, and these are tier 15 maps, so definitely clearing it quite comfortably. Single targets, not bad. Yeah, and that kind of does it. I would say check out the POB, and there you can find all the items and the tree and other things that you need to set up. The skills. Look at that spread. I'm not even casting any spells. All these monsters just get affected. If I was going to upgrade this build, which I definitely will, I'm going to focus more on area of effect. Kind of would be a very fun if I can just put one contagion and essence drain on a monster, and from there just kill the whole map. It just spreads through the whole map. We'll see how that goes. Here, look at that. I'm not even doing anything. Super, super nice. Oh, this is a motherfucker. Oh wait, I forgot I was doing delirium. Oh yes. I'll pick that loot up later. Yeah, that's it. I mean, you're probably bored now already. You get the idea. I'll put some highlights later on. Took me about an hour and a half to trade for all the items. And, you know, there was a lot of looking around and trying things. So I personally think you could probably do it in an hour if you know what you're looking for. And you don't need to upgrade all your items. Oh, the map's already completed. Time to go.